Hello, Happy New Year's, Pisces. This is going to be your yearly reading for 2020 for all my Piscean friends out there. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, of course. So sometimes your sun sign rings more true for you. Sometimes it's actually your moon sign or your ascendant. So let's see what 2020 has in store for you. Looked like December was pretty exciting, and there was some opportunity for you. Hopefully that worked out good and you were able to seize those opportunities. We did have Mercury retrograde last month in December, so that made things kind of wild and crazy. So here we go. Ah, good. Six of Stones. Success. So it does sound like things kind of put themselves in a firmer place for you. Financially, there was some career opportunity. Six is a number of balance. So it looks like you're starting January in a really good place. Some of you, the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is interesting because the Four of Cups is usually a proposal. So I feel like maybe someone proposed love to you, or chased you, or maybe you proposed love to someone else. But it's not frivolous. It's not a frivolous proposal. It's something that's kind of serious. And usually with the four, it means that it's like 3/4 of what you want. It's like, well, the money is there, and I like, this person, but maybe I don't like their family. Or I love this person, we have a great connection, but, financially it would be really tough. Anyway, so that's very interesting. So either you're being proposed to, or someone is going to be someone you propose to. Anyway, but it's a serious proposal. It's something to really think deeply about. It would be good, But remember, everything has, things that aren't perfect. Nothing is totally perfect, okay? But we're finding you with a lot more balance, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a place of peace. It means there's nothing to worry about. So I feel like it might actually be something you should think about, even though you may say, oh, well, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that. I feel definitely like it's something really that would bring you some balance and some peace, and could actually grow to be very comfortable for you, once you just kind of realize that sometimes the beauty is in the imperfection. The moon, the moon and the sun, a Pisces energy, okay. And swiftness, yeah, I feel like there's going to be more movement here coming up in a month or two. Either changing jobs, changing homes. The moon, there's some things that haven't been revealed, so there's something going on that you don't know about, that you're going to find out about. But I feel like that's actually going to take you to a really happy place. So whatever it is, there's going to be like a quick, swift movement for you. You're going to be, again, either shifting jobs, shifting where you live. It's some kind of a big change, and it happens really rapidly. The thing is that where you're going to is a good place, because always in this deck, the tip of the arrows are blue and red. So red is passion, and blue is liberation from worry. So you're going to wind up in a place that is easier. It's much more comfortable. You're not going to have to worry. You're going to find that you're able to kind of utilize some of your own energy and passion, where maybe you haven't been, maybe you have not been able to, use your creative side or your passionate side. But the sun, my gosh, that's a great omen. That's just you really kind of being in your element, being with someone that you love, in a place that you love, getting to shine, and getting to relax. So yeah, I don't think this is going to be a really long winter for you. Boom, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? So with the Wheel of Fortune coming in early spring and the sun, these are just really great omens. What they tell me is that whatever kind of dark, heavy stuff that happened last year, it's going to kind of end. We've got, a little bit of, maybe unsureness or something that was resonating December and a little part of January. But just as you move into February and then move into 2020, you're just going to be much more aligned with the universe. It's just going to be more your kind of a year, definitely. Oh my gosh. Son of Wands. And Two of Swords, you have a lot of balance. You have a lot of peace. You have a lot of balance. Two of Wands, Two of Swords. So again, in 2020, which is a more balanced year, you're going to be feeling a lot more balanced. Too, a lot of times, like when something comes up as a wand, what the wands mean is that has to do with your reputation, how people see you. So maybe you've done something and people are going to see you in a better light, or maybe you're going to do something where you're going to get recognized, but it's gonna feel really good, with the sun, and all of a sudden, it's like, okay, they're really seeing what's going on. I'm not being judged in a way that doesn't represent me. I'm actually finally getting to be noticed for who I am, what I am. You've had to be strong, you've had to be courageous, and the Seven of Wands says you're in a solid place, but it wasn't without a fight. It wasn't without having to stand up for yourself and really kind of plant your feet in, take a stand, and just say, no, this is me, this is what I want, this is what I'm all about, So there's a part of that that's very centering. You have to pull within. You have to rely on your inner strength and your inner conviction and prove yourself. And see, that's going to bring you success. Oh my gosh, the Ten of Cups. This is just going to be such a great year for you, Pisces. I can't believe it. You're pulling the sun. You're pulling a lot of balance. You're pulling peace. You're pulling marriage proposal. And then the Ten of Cups, which is success, celebration, having everything you want. So for some reason, whatever you've been doing is just really going to start to pay off this year, And I think a little of that maybe started in December, where you really kind of dug your heels in. And whatever that weird thing is that's happening behind the scenes, don't worry about it. It's like mice in your walls. It's not going to affect you. It can't tear down your house. It is what it is. And so if you do hear of people kind of like, who've said something or done something, just let it go. Don't worry about it, Let the universe take care of it, because the universe will definitely take care of it. And then also here comes some Emperor energy, And the Emperor is a really solid figure. The Emperor can either be you, just being really solid, feeling really grounded, and being in a secure place where people look to you, they want your advice, they look up to you, or it can be someone that you turn to, someone in business, someone who's solid. They're generous. They're not here to shower you with money per se, but they're very fair and they're very wise. They're not fast talkers. It's not the used car salesman type. It's someone who really thinks about what they say. They really care about different things and making sure that they don't just speak off the cuff, okay? So again, that's the major arcana. So that's the universe either sending you that great, grounded, strong, solid energy, or sending that person into your life, which either way, whether it's you or someone else, it's just a great thing to have going on. Now, the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Magician. Okay, so that's just a really weird combination, and that's coming around in March. So yeah, it sounds like there's been a lot of kind of work and stuff that you've had to do, But alchemy, the Magician, that's either you making all this stuff happen or someone helping you kind of behind the scenes making something happen. And again, what I think of when I think of the Three of Swords is I think that sometimes our heart and our mind are in two different places. And so what happens is our heart is telling us one thing, our mind is telling us something else. And so that can create a little bit of inner conflict. When you're a Pisces and you're a water sign, I would say use your head, but follow your heart, okay? Because you're emotional, you're intuitive, and you can't just do something mentally when your heart is telling you you can't do it, because that will make you kind of ill. that will make you just really feel sick. You have to you have to be in agreement. Your heart has to be in agreement with your behavior. That's just how it is when you're a water sign. Seven of Cups, Son of Cups, and Four of Stones. Okay, so two, with the Seven of Cups, what the message is with the Seven of Cups, and that's for the summer, is that's saying that you have a tendency to be a dreamer. You like to build castles in the sky and picture this and picture that, and it's not fair for other people to put unrealistic expectations on them or on yourself. You have to keep your expectations realistic. Doesn't mean you shouldn't dream. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be creative. However, just realize the difference between dreams and fantasies and, oh, coulda, shoulda, woulda, and, what's reasonable to expect from other people and what's reasonable to expect from yourself. You're going to be secure, the Four of Stones. You have nothing to worry about, but yet you kind of have this feeling of insecurity about money. But what you've done is solid. What you're doing is right. Don't worry about it, You got to let go of that. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything is good. There's joy around you, Yeah, you have this feeling. I feel like in the summer there's going to be some energy where you need to pull within. You have the Hermit here. And with the Hermit is the light of illumination and the owl looking down on him, okay? So sometimes you do things, you don't feel like you're getting the results you want. Well, instead of spreading yourself too thin and asking a million different people, what I want you to do is find a little bit of time to pull back and look within. And let your own light come through. Let your own intuitions and ideas come to the forefront. That's who you need to trust, okay? Yes, you have the Emperor here and there's one person you can confide in, but basically for the most part, it's you. You have to fill with light. You have to be the master of your own destiny, okay? And when you hit that period in the summer where it's like, God, everything's been going great, and all of a sudden you have a little downhill slide maybe in the summer, and maybe it's because the work you're doing is going to be seasonal, or maybe maybe there's going to be another slight change. There's winters in our life. They can be winters in our love life, winters in our financial life, winters in our educational life. There can be periods. It doesn't mean nothing is happening. It just means it's like the horse behind the starting gate for a while. And so you're going to be just like zooming. The first half of the year is just like, wow, oh my gosh, everything's great. And then come June, there's going to be like this little kind of like your life is on hold, or you feel like your progress is not moving forward. It doesn't mean that it's not moving forward. It just means that it's a period of time where it's on hold. You're the horse behind the starting gate. So don't freak out about that, okay? Someone is going to show up, the Hierophant. You have all these major arcana cards, and you have major arcana like people. They're showing up as men. So for some reason I feel like there's going to be a lot of guidance through men, either through business or they're mentors for you. But the Hierophant is that's a spiritual person. It's someone who's spiritual, who's full of information and wise counsel. They don't just look from a greedy standpoint. They look at the whole picture, and they're really here like as a life guide, not just a business consultant type of a person. And so by late summer, so it looks like June, July are going to be a little bit of kind of a little dip in how great everything's been going. Great, and then you have a little dip, and then by August you're going to be reconnecting with people. You're going to kind of come back into the world, and by late summer you're just going to feel good again. People from your past, family and friends maybe that you have been out of touch with for a while, are going to all of a sudden show up, because the sixes are their connections to the past, their emotional connections to the past. Okay? Yeah. So the Chariot, that's really awesome. So as you move into next winter, next fall, so next like September, October, the message is that you don't need to worry. What you've been working towards, what you've been planning on, that is going to happen. But what the chariot says is you're divinely guided, but you don't get to pick the pace of the chariot. It's the chariot, it's the horses pulling the chariot that pick the pace. They can only go as fast as they go, you see, and they need to go in unison. Those elements need to be balanced, so there'll be like a little bit of up and a little down, a little up, a little down. And so things move, they move swiftly, but they don't move in a straight line. They move in a beeline. But everything is balanced. There's passion there. There's happiness awaiting you, and it's like the spirit of the wolf, the hunter. It's like it's happening. Yeah. What did I say? The hangman. So the hangman, the horse behind the starting gate. You see, the chariot, the hangman, the Hierophant, and the high priestess. Yeah. So it looks to me like this is going to be a really great year. The first 6 months are just really going to be nice and a lot of joy, meeting people, possibly getting together with someone. Then the summer's going to slow down a bit. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, are things still on track? And they are still on track. For some reason, the universe is kind of putting the completion of your dream on hold for 2021, when everything's going to actually kind of then just burst. That's when the tree's going to bloom. Everything you want is just going to all of a sudden crescendo for you. But you've got intuition, you've got the universe helping you through all this. You've got the hangman saying that it's just not the right time. It's like we all have our right time. Everything has its order. Everyone gets to be, in first place at the right time. And right now, you're number 2. You're starting. You're ready. It's there. But it's like someone gets to get that ahead of you, and then boom, next year is your final year to hit the world. Yeah, I asked what's the world. So yeah, everything is completed for you by 2021. This is again, it's going to be a great year. It's going to start really nice. There's not really much to clarify here. It's a great year starting off. A lot of joy, a lot of happiness. You're proposing, or someone's proposing to you. The Ten of Cups kind of tells me that you're probably going to accept that for a while, or either that or you're going to a wedding. There's going to be some really important people kind of guiding you through this year. So, listen to your wise counsel. But then after you do, go back and take a little bit of time this summer, maybe go to the beach for a while, go hang out at the mountains, go to the desert, go spend a little bit of time with yourself and just listen to your own thoughts. Let your illumination come through and finish guiding you through that. And then everything's going to start up again next fall. Everything's going to just start falling into place. Old people from your past are going to come back into your life, and I think for some reason these people are going to be really important for getting you across the finish line. Okay, so happy 2020. Thanks for letting me read for you. I think you're going to have an exciting year. Please like and subscribe. If you want private readings, my contact info is below in the bio. And I'm so excited for you. All right. I will have your January specific reading up fairly soon. Take care.